And how would you feel about handing over everything your family owns to a stranger for safekeeping? Well, when you think about it, that's exactly what you do when you hire a moving company. And tonight, we look into how well moving companies keep that trust. Calvin Sneed has been digging into the records of an Apison company that does business all across America. Calvin.
John, we're talking about Northern Van Lines, whose record is so bad they've been kicked out of the Better Business Bureau. Now, to make matters worse, even finding somebody in charge is difficult.
Meet Jeff Hicks. Earlier this year, Jeff moved his family from Kansas to Churchville, Maryland, a few miles outside Baltimore. Hicks searched online and found Northern Van Lines of Apison, Tennessee, and got a quote of $3,625 for the move. He says Northern told him the move would take 7 days. It took twice that long.
Throughout that time, I was unable to reach Northern Van Lines in any of their offices, unable to reach the movers, unable to reach dispatch. Nobody would return calls.
Hicks had to move his family into a hotel while the agonizing wait for their belongings went on. When the truck finally arrived, he says the delivery man wanted more money.
He again tried to hit me up with long carry fee and other fees, and then I started showing him how many damaged items that they unloaded, and he quickly changed his tune.
So, how did the Hicks story end?
Basically, they quoted me $32. I paid almost double that.
Then there's the O'Brien family, who hired the company to move them from Oregon to Alaska. Bernadette O'Brien says Northern held her furniture for 5 months and never gave a reason for the delay.
It had been sitting in their warehouse all this time. No one had told us. We'd been promised it was going to be moved right away.
In a Skype interview from her home in Soldotna, Alaska, she says the family had to spend $2,000 buying things just to survive. She said Northern Van Lines agreed to compensate the family for what they'd spent. They never got a penny. We checked out the company through the government's Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, and the record was anything but pretty. For 2012, 52 customer complaints, including 9 charges of unauthorized operations, 27 charges of final prices exceeding the estimate, and 37 accusations of pickup and delivery issues. And when disputes arose, in 14 cases, the company held household goods hostage until they got their money. In June, Northern lost its operating license.
They were shut down by insurance regulations and other things, and they simply were not delivering the product.
The business license was reinstated in July, but the company's troubles were not over. The BBB sent warning letters to Northern, and when those went unanswered, the Bureau revoked Northern's accreditation and gave the company a grade of F. In October, the company's license was revoked. Knowing all this, I went in search of Northern Van Lines owner Amy Theismann. I tried calling several times, but the number was disconnected.
Now, according to all the paperwork we have, this is the headquarters of Northern Van Lines.
Nothing. After repeated phone calls and emails, all I got was this written reply in which Theismann surprisingly blamed her customers. She wrote, "Please advise, we have no comment. Extortion is illegal. We won't be bullied by customers who don't want to pay for a service provided." As you can imagine, that did not go over well with customers.
And she tried to say we're trying to extort money from her when she took our money and made promises they couldn't keep.
Now, earlier this year, Congress took a look at the problems at companies like Northern Van Lines, which they say are all too common in the moving industry. Everybody agrees more regulation is necessary, but one industry insider told me it's not about more laws, it's about hiring enough inspectors to enforce the laws already on the books. So what can you do? Hiring a moving company, folks, is not like buying a DVD player. You're actually trusting people with your belongings. Your life is in that 18-wheeler, and you're trusting it to someone you don't know. Do a background check on the mover, but do a better check than you've ever done before. John?
All right, Calvin, great advice. Thank you.